Well, here I go. I get to drive a Polestar. This is the Polestar One. So this is a plug-in hybrid. What a beautiful car, man. The seat is unbelievable, just like any fine Volvo. So first, I'm just going to take it for a little spin. I'm going to ask Ben here to fire off some specs to you about, the horsepower, the torque, and all the cool stuff.
So this is a Polestar P1. It's based off of Volvo's 2013 Coupe concept. And this is actually Polestar's debut vehicle, which is Volvo's premium hybrid electric brand. So this is actually a plug-in hybrid on their Polestar One. It's not the pure electric like you see on the Polestar 2 and the Polestar 3. This one is still running the 2-liter inline 4 supercharged turbocharged engine, powering the front 2 wheels, 375 horsepower, and 2 electric motors, each 114 horsepower, running in the back 2 wheels. So combined 619 horsepower and approximately 38 foot-pounds of torque. Zero to 60, depending on which journal you look at, it anywhere from 3.9 to 4.5.
Love the firm ride. I can tell we get a good handling car too. So does this have electronic suspension?
It's actually mechanical. So it's
okay.
running the Öhlins suspension.
Okay.
So they have adjustability, I think 220 settings
Okay.
per corner.
Nice. I can surely tell I'm driving a Volvo.
It all feels very similar to a Volvo if you ever driven one.
Absolutely it does.
You get a lot of confused looks from Volvo drivers too. So this is a limited production, one of 1,500 globally. That's been made. I think this is the first and only one in Pennsylvania at the time.
Wow. The steering wheel is brilliant. How is it Volvo always gets your hands in the right place?
Right, the grips and everything's like perfect. So the bolster is like
Ergonomics.
Yeah.
This car is very well planted.
Yeah, this is actually wider than my FJ.
Wow. And it's warning me that I'm over the speed limit right now as well. That was a hefty bump that it just did a real nice job over. This is one of those cars, I wish I could drive it for a week, because by the end of the week, I would probably be driving it very fast. I can just tell. This car would be trouble.
And the unique thing is it's very effortless, and even the transition between the engine and the electric motors, you literally don't feel it.
And that's a big deal to me. I agree. Absolutely. So since we have a split drive system between a hybrid front drive and then full-on motor in the rear, really interesting mix. So fantastic.
So we'll put this into normal hybrid mode and you can. So the cool thing with this is you can actually do lock it into all-wheel drive mode. So it's great for winter driving if you do take it out in the winter.
Oh, it's just silent. I love it. I love cars that are fast and quiet.
It's the future.
It is. It absolutely is. It really likes turns. Wow, what a fantastic car. Now, are you wondering at what point they'll make a better car that you'll enjoy more than this?
I think I'm more. I mean, there's no limit, right?
Exactly.
But you know, I like this one because it's actually has a lot of DNA of a Volvo,
Right.
but then it still has a lot of the future outlook of what Polestar is,
Right.
which is an electric brand. So it's like a nice compromise between the two. And so you still have a lot of Volvo cues from this one, which you probably will probably start losing as Polestar develops its own identity.
So Polestar is still Swedish engineers?
It's still headquartered in Sweden, but still under the Volvo Geely umbrella.
Right.
So they're still headquartered in Sweden. I think the Polestar 2 and Polestar One are still manufactured in China, in their plant in China. The Polestar 3, which is their first SUV, pure electric SUV, which is supposed to be debuting October of this year, 2022. They're expected a range of at least 370 miles.
Wow.
Which is fantastic for an SUV.
It is.
It's going to be a mid-size XC60 size, similar to the Volvo XC60.
I'm going to punch it for a second here if you're okay with that. That's scary fast. That was just 91 miles an hour. No joke.
Yeah, so the Polestar 3 is actually going to be half manufactured in China and half in the U.S. in Volvo's plant. I think down in, was it South Carolina or North Carolina? So that would be cool to see in the fall.
This car is too much. And the last Tesla that I drove was it 2012, so we'll be fair, and we'll put some years on it. The Fisker, more along the lines of this car, being a plug-in hybrid, okay? This car is quite possibly one of the finest cars I think I've ever driven. Just then, that was incredible. That 90 miles an hour, I can't even believe it. This car is just smooth as silk. Unbelievable. Yeah, undoubtedly, this might be one of the finest cars I've ever driven. Seriously. Wow. Silence pulling out. I love hybrids.
And you're a Volvo guy too, right?
Ah, absolutely. Just everything about it. Yeah. You know what? I might buy one of these in about 15 years.
Well, this is
That's when it'll be in my budget. Because I'm cheap.
So the unique thing about this one, so this is Polestar is the pure electric brand, but this being their first vehicle is a plug-in hybrid, which they're probably never going to do again. This is probably the only plug-in hybrid Polestar is ever going to be producing, and it's actually based off of a Volvo coupe concept, which was never supposed to happen either. So it's a very unique vehicle, and the timing was just perfect.
Fantastic. Well, Ben, thank you very much for bringing this fantastic car out
Thanks
for me to drive. What an amazing car, man. I think I did that right.